Hey Chris, so I finished week one of the new program recently, or of the new block, I should say, recently, and no, I'm sorry, week one and two. I did 2 days of week one, and then I started week two um, on Monday. Well, what was the date? On Monday the 11th, as you requested, so that now I'm everything's set up properly. Um, so, anyways, getting right into it. Uh, my squats felt really good this week, actually fantastic. I decided to go with a slightly more hip dominant style. I didn't change my stance or anything, but as you might see in the clip, I lead with my hips a little bit more, and my knees don't go as far forward. And the bar is slightly lower on my back. All this is very slight, though. You know, it's nothing major change, just small changes. And it's feeling a lot easier now. The reason it's feeling easier could also be because my depth isn't quite as deep as it used to be. But I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. It feels they feel really fast and strong regardless, so I'm happy with that. These ones in this clip right here with at LA Fitness were not as good. I was not used to walking out 30 miles as I had to do in this stupid squat rack, so it was throwing me off certainly. But turned out well regardless. I also should note, since I have the opportunity now, that I accidentally did week three day two instead of week two day two. That's why you might have noticed that it was 405 for the doubles in the first two clips on squat. Uh, I did the wrong week on accident, but I mean, that whole day went really well, and all the weights moved really well, anyways. So I was okay with it. I'll just do the right week next, or the right workout next time. Bench. Okay, so bench. I widened my stance or not my stance, my grip by one finger width. Um, and I started, what I used to do was I would try to dig my back into the bench and sort of use the friction of the bench and my back to hold it in place, which I realize is pretty stupid, and I should probably just actually use my muscles to keep my back in place and squeeze together. So that's what I've been focusing on, that plus the wider grip. The wider grip, I just feel stronger at it in general, but I also think it helps me with that upper back tightness a little bit. So overall, um, really just feels a lot better. I've also started using the cue where I flare my elbows a little bit right when I press to help the bar move sort of straight to press towards my face a little bit more aggressively and also very comfortably. So all of these things put together, and my bench has just felt like a million times better. Like, I mean a million times better this week. More comfortable, faster, stronger, easier, everything. I'm enjoying it. I think they look a lot better too. So on deadlift this week, nothing special. Just my main focus is just on getting used to this position, where this hip position where I get my hips real low. It's something that I'm not. Uh, it feels um, I guess not natural. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but I have to remind myself to do it. I'm also focusing on setting my hips and then pulling instead of doing it in one fluid motion like I did there. But that's something I'm trying to basically just to remind myself to do. Um, so overall, the week went really well. Um, I didn't sleep very well this week for some reason. I mean, it was mostly because I couldn't get my mind to stop talking before I went to bed every night. So my mind was racing, and I was having trouble sleeping as a result. But it didn't affect me that much. I mean, I had some really good sessions this week regardless, and I didn't really feel tired this week either, surprisingly. So maybe I just got lucky or something. I don't know, but it was a good week. I had a lot of fun with this new block, and working with the heavier weights is very enjoyable so far. Um, let's see. Um, Yeah, I definitely. I will say on the week one though, I felt really weird coming back after a week of not doing anything. But I mean, after those first 2 days, and since that was like a deload week or a deload couple of days, it wasn't a big deal, and I was very grateful that I got to relax for those two, or not relax, but slowly get back into it on those days. Um, so there's only one other thing that I need to mention, and it's kind of important. So I realized that the meet that I was telling you I was going to do, the Boynton Bay meet, is like right around the same date that I have to move in uh, to my new apartment. So it's unfortunately not going to work out for me. Um, I can still definitely gonna test some maxes and stuff like that, but not at an actual meet, unfortunately. Um, so I'll try to get that whole. I guess I would do a mock meet then on Saturday. I really just can't afford to be out of town for, 2 days or whatever. So it's not gonna work out for me, unfortunately. And all I can really say is that I'm sorry that I sprung it on you in the first place, and I'm especially sorry that almost immediately after springing it on you and forcing you to change my training to accommodate me, that I then very quickly decided, never mind. All I can say is I'm sorry, and that my goal is to be a better trainee. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but a better trainee in the future where I will more actively inform you about what's going on and what I plan to do so that these sorts of things don't happen again. Uh, so yeah, that's it, I guess, Chris. See you later.